I know it doesn't look right now. That can't be it, right? Let me find little girl. Katie? Katie, come on. Get in here. I'm working out there, little girl. Okay. Let me show you what I did this morning. I put, I don't know if in the house y'all have seen that I was using that kennel. Not kennel, but that yard. I had the gray yard. She started jumping over it. She was jumping, her little arms were literally like under her, like under our underarm. That's where she was jumping that high. So I had to move the gray out. I brought this kennel in because it was a few inches taller. She started jumping at it too. But my fear was that she would get up here and get her little hands caught. And I would be gone like this morning to the nursing home or during the night. So no matter what, at night I put her absolutely all the way in her kennel and shut the door. There's no way she can hurt herself in it. But I was afraid she'd hurt herself in this. So this morning, before I left for the nursing home, I didn't want to leave her locked in the kennel for another couple of hours while, she ate her breakfast and then she was out. And I fed her bottle before I even let Honey and Jensen, hold on. So I gave her bottle early. After I let her, after I let her out of the kennel. I gave her bottle immediately. But I hadn't let Jensen and Honey out yet. And, turn that off before they say copyright. Okay, back down. So as soon as she had her bottle, I went over and opened the kennel, Honey and Jensen's kennel, let them out, and I sat on the couch. She had a little diaper on, and she was on the couch sleeping. Levi's laid out on the couch watching a movie. Honey and Jensen are laying. He had his Snoopy blanket on him, so they had sort of made a little bed between his legs, basically, sort of down by his feet. And they were both laying with their heads over his leg, like whatever part of the leg they were at, just sort of over, asleep. She is jumping now, completely jumping on furniture. So when trying to think, after church, when I came in, had to give her bottle before we went to Daniel's for lunch. I was making her bottle, and when I come around the corner from the kitchen, she was on the ottoman, all the way up on the ottoman. And I'm like, there it is. She's jumping on the first. She's hot. She's grown enough and got steady enough that she can jump. So last night, I had her diaper on her. She was on the ottoman. Then from the ottoman, she would go into the chair. Then from the chair onto the top of her kennel, which is tall. It's a big one. And then she would jump down into her yard, the little yard that I had made out of that wire yard. She'd jump down in it. And the little door to it was open because then she had just come out. Then she jumped on, I have that trunk thing that sits right beside me on this side, and then the dog's kennel is on this side of me. She jumps onto that. And I had to jerk my drink really fast because I was afraid she was going to knock it over. So then I told Levi, no more cups with no lids in the living room because she's jumping on furniture. Anyway, at some point she's walking. Levi was still sitting up at one point making lists or whatever. She's walking behind him on the back of the couch, walking down the couch on the back. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's just everywhere. Then that's what I was gonna say, got cute, because at some point he laid down and the dogs come and got up there beside him, and they were all sort of down by his knees and feet on the blanket, and he was under his blanket. And here she is. She just jumped up here. It's right there. Just jumped up here like it's no big deal. And she don't have a diaper on right now, so now I gotta watch her because I don't want her to squat. So I look over in a few minutes, she's over there. She's asleep too, with them two dogs asleep. on the couch with Levi. So I think thinks she's a dog right now. Hello, little girl. Here she comes. Folded it up so I could get it out the door. Brought it out here, and I put a section of it behind that tote thing right there, that yard porch deck box, and then the other sections goes up behind, it's hard for me to say, up behind the the steps. And so it left 1, 2, 3, 4 panels sort of out here in the open, and one of those is the door. I put her and Honey and Jensen in there when I left for the nursing home. When I got home, I'm telling you, I have no idea how she did it. When I got home from that nursing home, Honey and Jensen were still in that kennel, and this little thing right here was laying in that chair right there. The only reason I did it and didn't give her full run of the porch, or thought I was keeping her from having full run of the porch, was because I knew she could jump in these chairs. She jumped in them yesterday. And I'm like, well, that's it. She can't be over here anymore because she's jumping on the furniture. I don't want the furniture any more messed up than it already is. I already got this section clean and pretty and smells good. I've got to work on those now. And she's jumping in them. Here she is. That's just how she looked, except she was in that chair right there. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm thinking, how did she do that? And all I can feature is that if she flat-footed jumped over that thing, that's 30, that's not 3, I don't think it's 3 foot. I think it's like 32 inches tall. And I was like, she's jumping almost 3 foot flat-footed. Messed up somehow. And it's allowing, hey, Chi-Chi, you come home? You want a meal? She is home. You want a meal? Okay. We can go in and get a meal. Hi, Ladybug. You want to come up here? Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. You say hi to everybody? She is home for a meal and probably to rest. She's like that family member that's like, you don't want to say homeless because you're their family and you have their home, but they don't want to stay there, so maybe they don't like your rules. So they go live their own life on the roads and streets. And then every now and then they come home because they just have to rest from their wildlife they've been living. That's her. She has to have a good meal and rest from her wildlife that she lives. And then she'll go back to the streets. That joist right there, this one right here, and it juts out that way. So I'll have to do one of those notches around that, but I've got my board cut already. Oh, it's standing up. It's leaned up right there. And I just have to notch out that little end. I got to get my measurements for how wide. All right, I'm going to try something. I just put that 2x4. It's not long enough, but this side will be all the way down. It'll be screwed to it. And then this side will be screwed, but there's a little space up there where the 2 rafters jut out, and so I stuck that 2x4 in, so you see the end of it here, and then that matches this 2x4 that it goes up to it. So that'll give everything something to screw up there too. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, instead of just notching and above those 2x6s back by that 2x4, just cutting all that out, I'm gonna try just to make a hole in this wood about here, here over, and back up and back over, and all this will stay intact at the top. All of this will stay intact. Then I'm going to try to slide it over. I hope. Slide it over those. Something like this. I'm going to try to cut this completely out. Then get on my ladder and slide it over those 2x6s. I pray that works. Okay, see you in a minute. So I'm going to start out by getting some corner holes. Sorry, didn't mean to bounce. 4 corner holes. Now I'm gonna get my jigsaw, plug it in. Where did I put it? It's right here. Plug it in and just get this all the way out. Okay, please let this work. Just let this work. All right, let me get it up there. Give me a second. I know it doesn't look right now. That can't be it, right? I gotta get on my ladder and get it all straightened up. Give me a second. But that looks really silly. Like, yeah, I totally messed that up. I don't think I did. I hope I didn't. Give me a second. I don't know. I hope y'all can see. I hope this is my final attempt. Whew. 'Cause I'm tired. Oh, praise God. Oh. Whew, hallelujah. All right, I can't do no more. I'm exhausted. I want this stump gone. At some point, this stump needs to get out of here. And I've got a stack of lumber that's just up against the shop. Needs to go somewhere else, but right now it's just sort of there. And I've got to do work on this lattice over here. So what I might do is, once I'm completely finished with everything and all the painting, then come back maybe with the white vinyl. Hi, baby. And come down and redo that lattice because it's been broke up from the bottom. That's not cats just wanting to go in there. That's dogs chasing cats and forcing their way in when the cats, I don't know, but that's, we've had several times dogs, even some family members' dogs, that have gotten after our cats before. So that's what broke that kind of stuff. But I'm happy with all this look. I'm going to paint all the woodwork. When I say woodwork, I don't mean woodwork. I mean like the 2x4 studs and stuff that the door is all hinged to and stuff. I'm going to take the door down one day and paint all of that red, and then put the door back up. And then next is trim all the way around the door, the cedar trim. And then I want to run trim underneath this edge all the way down that raw edge of that wood. But I'm really happy with the way it looks right now. I had some of that. Remember, Daddy brought me all of that what they took down from that fence. I actually have a bald corner down here. I probably ought to staple a little section to right there. But it looks, doesn't that look pretty, baby? What do you think?
Yeah.
You know the whole house is going to be red.
Yeah.
Some point this summer. Why are you in your pajamas? Was today pajama day? Oh, awesome. Okay, I'm going to go. I love you guys. God bless y'all. And I will see you. I'm hurting. Up and down that ladder today was rough on me. I think for the past few days working and working and working. Look at that chicken trying to eat that. Her and that cat are having like a, can I get it before the cat? That's too funny. Anyway, these last few days of working and working and working and nonstop is really doing a number on my back. I'm even, Connor can testify that I'm like leaned up on this, yes, I can't even think, can't even talk. Anyway, I'm going in. I will see you guys later. I love y'all. God bless y'all.